One of the transfer window's most complex deals has reached a successful conclusion, with Gonzalo Higuain and Mattia Caldera joining AC Milan and Leonardo Bonucci returning to Juventus. Italy's two most successful clubs do not always see eye to eye, but the agreement involving this trio could end up being one of the most mutually successful pieces of business they have done. It also means Higuain and Caldera will join a surprisingly substantial list of players to reside on the books of both clubs, stretching way back into the early part of last century. In honor of the deal being done, we present an all-time best 11 comprising footballers to wear the famous Bianconeri and Rossoneri jerseys. And we think it would be pretty good. 36 Gonzalo. pic.twitter.com/08sj4la67, Optapalo, @Optapalo, the 31st of July 2018. Marco Storari Storari did not reach Italy's top tier until the age of 27, when he was signed by Messina. AC Milan snapped him up 4 years later in 2007, but, unable to dislodge Dieter Christian Abbiati, he left for Juve in 2010 after several loan spells. Okay, he was largely a backup to Gianluigi Buffon in Turin, but he still managed 43 Serie A appearances as they won 4 titles in a row. He rejoined Milan in January 2017 for a further 18 months. Gianluca Zambrotta, an undisputed Italy great and a 2006 World Cup winner, Zambrotta won back-to-back Serie A titles with Juve in 7 successful years before leaving for Barcelona in the wake of the Calciopoli scandal. 2 years later, he was back in Serie A with Milan, where he won a third Scudetto during a 4-year spell. He ended his career with Chiasso in Switzerland. Leonardo Bonucci 6 Scudetti, 3 Coppa Italia and 2 Champions League finals in 7 years is a decent career by anyone's standards, even at a club like Juve. Perhaps that's why his €42 million move to Milan last year provoked so much bitterness. Well, Bonucci evidently did not burn his bridges entirely. After a season as Rossoneri skipper, the Italy star is back in Turin, ready to defy critics in the aging process and reforge a partnership with Andrea Barzagli and Giorgio Chiellini. At Bonucci_Leo 19 touches down in Turin. pic.twitter.com/71GOKFOI1, Juventus FC, at Juventus Sen, August 2, 2018. Sandro Salvatore, a Milan youth product, Salvatore won 2 Scudetti in 4 years before heading to Juve, where he cemented his place as one of the great Italian defenders of the age. 2 more league titles and a Coppa Italia followed in a 12-year career in Turin, during which time he became Italy captain, made it to 2 World Cups and won the Euro '68 trophy. Alessandro Orlando only spent 1 season each with Milan and Juve in a nomadic career, but they were suitably successful ones. The fullback won Serie A, the Supercoppa Italiana and the Champions League in 1993-94, before heading to Juve to win the domestic double in the following campaign. Edgar Davids, one of the finest modern products of Ajax's fabled youth system, Davids' first foray in Italian football was with Milan in 1996. He spent just 2 years at San Siro before a switch to Juve, where the Pitbull won 3 Serie A titles and reached the 2003 Champions League final. That defeat came to Milan, of course. In 2005, he headed to Juventus and won the Serie A title at last, although it was revoked after the Calciopoli investigation. Undeterred, he went to Inter and won 4 of them in a row. Andrea Pirlo, another to play for Milan, Juve and Inter. Pirlo left the Nerazzurri for their city rivals in 2001 and was an integral part of the last great Milan dynasty, winning 2 league titles and 2 Champions Leagues, and the World Cup in 2006. In a decision up there with Dick Rowe's alleged refusal to sign the Beatles, Pirlo was deemed past his best and allowed to leave for Juve on a free transfer in 2011. He won a further 4 Scudetti in a row. Orgoglioso di aver fatto parte dei tuoi 50 anni. Santiago Capitano pic.twitter.com/yox5ike, Andrea Pirlo, at Pirlo_official, June 26, 2018. Roberto Baggio, the Divine Ponytail, caused riots in Florence when he joined Juve from Fiorentina for a world record fee in 1990, and made matters worse by having the temerity to lead them to UEFA Cup, Serie A and Coppa Italia triumphs. After being displaced by rising star Alessandro Del Piero in 1995, Baggio left for a two-year spell with Milan, winning a further league title. This time, there were protests from the Juve fans. Filippo Inzaghi, 4 ruthless years with Juve, yielded 3 trophies and a genuine fear among defenders that poacher supreme Inzaghi had somehow found a loophole in the offside rule. He left for Milan in 2001 and won 8 major titles, including 2 Scudetti and 2 Champions Leagues, before retiring in 2012 and later becoming Milan head coach. He took over at Bologna last month. Giuseppe Meazza, although his best years were indisputably at Inter, we could not overlook the man after whom Milan's hallowed stadium is named. A double World Cup winner and one of Italy's greatest ever footballers, Meazza reached the Coppa Italia final in 1942 in his second season with Milan, before spending 1 year with Juve. Substitutes: there are 5 subs who we simply could not ignore: Christian Abbiati, Nicola Legratogli, Aldo Serena, Christian Vieri and Zlatan Ibrahimovic are all unfortunate not to make it into the starting lineup. Hear him roar. At Hanasano pic.twitter.com/arvazin6ig, LA Galaxy, at La Galaxy, April 1, 2018.